Oh, even more bananas. I'm really starting to get sick of them. Ah, you can smell the bananas in my pockets, right? Fine. Take them and prepare one of your incomparable lunches. What is it? Your hat's too tight. 3 injured hikers by the old oak tree? Oh, is that it? You fixed me something to eat. What? You're talking about bananas? Oh, you really mean bananas. Thanks. Maybe later. Oil made from bananas. Look out, Greece. How much longer will you corner the market with your olives? Not tasty. No, I'd like... As long as my crew isn't starving. It doesn't need to be oil. That works. That certainly doesn't need to be oiled. Nor does it need to smell like bananas. Yep, wonderfully clear. Water's flowing in it, but the cleft is too narrow to get through that way. Here we go, no matter what awaits us inside. Hey, come on! Let's take a closer look at the cave.
Next time, would you please refrain from destroying the only path?
I'll try to do better next time I fire an ancient cannon.
Ugh, this is exhausting.
Probably your shoes.
Well, I'm not surprised that you feel right at home here.
I should have brought the gorilla instead.
Replacing Amanda with the gorilla would certainly improve the overall manners of our group.
I just remembered why bringing women on board is bad luck. Carl, what's taking you so long? We'd better be done here before our only torch burns out.
I'm sorry, I just had something to take care of. Here I am now!
All right then, follow me.
It's so dark here.
Are you scared?
Just a little bit.
Not you, Carl. Jack, could you walk a little more slowly with that torch?
Be quiet a moment. What an impressive cave. So large and beautiful. Look, there's a bridge over there. Watch out, everyone. There's a chasm right in front of us.
Obviously, humans have been here before, ages ago.
Wow, you figured that out all by yourself. You must have had some scouts among your ancestors.
My ancestors tamed the western frontier. What did you tame? Your fingernails?
Amanda is right. These hieroglyphs were written in a very ancient dialect. They're not easy to decipher.
Carl, you can read Egyptian hieroglyphs?
Sure. I broke a leg when I was 12 and had to stay at home for a few weeks. My father had this book about hieroglyphs. I also learned some Greek and Sumerian.
A man who uses his free time to broaden his horizon? Now that is rather impressive.
Weird.
Interesting. I haven't seen hieroglyphs like these in quite a while.
So you learned ancient languages whenever you got bored?
Yes, and I experimented
high.
on dolls. Just for scientific purposes, of course.
Oh, well, I thought
Yeah,
pigeons
yeah.
produced
I
a lot.
didn't really want to know that. What is the meaning of that symbol?
Well, the I stands for to see, of course.
And this...
You know, Jack, I sometimes ask myself, why do we spend our entire lives crawling through musty caves?
Why not? Can you think of something better?
Sometimes I dream about our future. A real future, you know?
Me too. Our future as rich and powerful adventurers.
Yeah. That is exactly what I meant, Jack.
That's complicated. Give me a moment.
Are you alright, Carl?
What? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I love caves.
Please tell me you're not afraid of the dark.
I wouldn't say I'm afraid. It's just that I start to sweat and find myself unable to move.
Fine. Then I'll go first with the torch, our only source of light, while you follow me in the semi-dark.
Amazing. Even you can't think of something for once.
See? That's the way an adventure feels.
This is actually pretty exciting, but it feels stuffy and dangerous.
Don't worry, I can deal with the dangers.
Well, that's good to know. I won't leave your side then. I'll just have to capture that perfect image, and I'm bound to win all kinds of awards.
Women, beware if you're in this cave with them.
Carl, you're beginning to scare me. Shh! Did you hear that funny noise too?
Hey, take it easy. They're only bats. No reason to panic so far. But where's Carl?
Over here.
Have you lost something, Master of Hieroglyphs?
I hate bats. Once, when I was little, I got stuck in an old well. It was full of them.
It's all right, Carl. Back home at the ranch, we were wary of them too.
How odd! I would have sworn that back at the ranch, you'd have shot at anything that moves.
We barely ever shoot anything for no good reason, Eve. Unless we're severely provoked.
Wait a minute, was that a threat?
Make of it what you will.
Jack, I will not march through a cloud of bats, and I'm not gonna have Amanda threaten me.
Bats are small and completely harmless. No one's ever been hurt by a bat. Why'd you look so nervous?
And you, great scientist, you're afraid of bats?
It is called chiroptophobia.
I guess bats are the curse of Carl's life. We have to get rid of them, or at least chase them away.
My father sent me to a good therapist.
I don't think there's a vegetarian bat. As long as my crew isn't starving,
Another
I'll
miracle
keep the
working
sandwich.
fail.
That doesn't need to be powdered. That doesn't need to be powdered.
Well, Mr. Freud helped me with a lot of
That doesn't need to be
that I'm
powdered.
not going to discuss.
That certainly doesn't need to be oiled. Nor does it need to smell like bananas. That certainly doesn't need to be oiled. Nor does it need to smell like bananas. Whoa, this bridge has seen better centuries. Careful now.
Jack? Are we to stay here?
Right, we're a crew, we should stay together, yada yada.
Fine, come along then.
But the bats!
I've no problem with them, but we can't leave Carl here by himself.
Hypocrite.
All right, I'll take a look at the other side, and then come back. If it's worth the trouble to go there together, then we'll find a way to get rid of the bats.
Just don't take forever.
And you, great scientist?
Let's try something. Hello, Echo. Hello, Jack. Okay, that was just me. A wooden leg from a man who no longer needs it. It's made from strong wood. Well, he isn't so piratey without his leg. I don't know if the tablet is of use. That stone plate looks different, and I can feel a light draft from the sides. Maybe there's something behind it. I don't know if the tablet is of use. Somebody obviously tried to attach a fourth handle, but there's nothing but splinters left. The leg would fit, but there are bits of wood left over from the old handle. You'd like that. Ah, stop. Alright, that won't work. Oh, it's too heavy. That certainly doesn't need to be oiled, nor does it need to smell like bananas. That certainly doesn't need to be oiled, nor does it need to smell like bananas. That doesn't need to be powdered. Ah, stop. Alright, that won't work. Oh, it's too heavy.
And you, great scientist, you're afraid of bats?
I guess bats are the curse of Carl's life. We have to get rid of them, or at least chase them away. The stupid bats aren't impressed by a little fire. The light isn't bright enough, and they're too far away to be afraid of the heat.
Another miracle worker who failed, huh?
Some people just want to watch the world burn, but I'm not one of them. That doesn't need to be
Now that we've
powdered.
got to work together, maybe you should tell us what else you're afraid
That
of,
doesn't need to
so
be
we don't
powdered.
accidentally frighten you to death.
That certainly doesn't need to be oiled. Some people just want to
Eve,
watch
what's
the
your
world
problem?
burn.
Men
But I'm
ought
not
to
one of
show
them.
their true feelings more often.
I don't think there's a vegetarian bat.
You can play the man
That
in
certainly
your
doesn't need to be oiled. Nor does it need to... That doesn't need to be powdered.
Shut up, Eve. And Carl, just think of something other than a swarm of horrid bats.
That's...
Ah, those creatures are driving me nuts!
Maybe you can chase them off.
I could use the gun, but I prefer not to shoot living things. But Eve could become the first exception.
Maybe the loud bang would be enough to scare them off.
Great idea. I'll give it a try.
Wait a second, Jack. I believe the flash from my camera will work better. Who knows what might happen if the cowhand fires a bullet in here?
Come on, what do you think the flash would achieve? We should rely on my rifle.
A loud noise could do the trick.
That's what I think. Out of the way, photographer.
Wow. Great shot, Amanda.
Whew. I'm really happy I didn't hit any of them.
Well, I'm sure the bat was already old and died of shock. Don't worry. Now the bats are gone, we can cross the bridge. But I don't think it could take all of our weight at the same time.
That's true, Jack. The planks of this bridge have been influenced by atmospheric intrusion.
And what does that mean for us?
I would have to make precise calculations in order to be sure. At any rate, we shouldn't risk crossing it with more than 2 people at a time.
So we just walk across one after the other.
Great idea, honey, but unfortunately we've only got the one torch and the bridge has no railing. You're welcome to cross it in complete darkness. That'll be fun.
Eve's right. Walking across is too dangerous without light. I think it's best if I cross the bridge with a torch and take one of you along every time.
Wait a minute!
What is it?
You're gonna leave me alone in the dark with a woman who wants me dead?
But I was only kidding. Just take Eve across first. Carl and I will stay here and wait.
Fine, I'll get us all over there somehow.
Now, Amanda, you're welcome to try and cross the bridge by yourself.
Come along, Eve.
I'm sure you know what you're doing.
I don't see Amanda or Carl anywhere on the other side. Please, Eve, stay here for a moment. I'll look for Amanda and Carl. The bat crashed when Amanda fired into the cave. Probably died of shock. The bat crashed when Amanda fired into the cave. You'd like that. You'd like that. No, the bat would jump out of the bucket. It fits. The dead bat is floating in the banana oil. The taste of bananas and the odor of decay are a bad mix. Some people just want to watch the world burn, but I'm not one of them. What are you doing? Why did you leave the cave?
Oh, I'm sorry. We were deep in conversation, and it was getting really stuffy in there.
Are you joking? I'm trying to get us all over there, and you two just walk about outside and shoot the breeze.
Oh, Jack, come on. We just lost track of the time. It's no big deal.
All right, I'm totally calm. Would you please come back in now so we can all cross the bridge?
I like that approach. And Amanda, I mustn't forget to tell you what I eventually did with that new concept.
And could you simply stay where you are when I leave you alone again?
Sounds great. What did you say, Jet?
Nothing. Perhaps this will become more bearable if I simply jump into the chasm. Wait a minute, why are you over here again?
Are you joking? You all left the cave? I thought you would leave me behind here. How could you?
There was no reason to be afraid. How did you even get across the bridge without a torch?
On all fours, and I was scared to death. Luckily, I could always see the light from the entrance.
Ah, so without a torch it's only possible in one direction. Right, I see. We're going to start over. And this time, please stay focused.
Now, Amanda, you're welcome to try and cross the bridge by yourself.
Come along, Eve.
I'm sure you know what you're doing.
I don't see Amanda or Carl anywhere on the other side. Please, Eve, stay here for a moment. I'll look for Amanda and Carl. I take it we're starting over now? You're back too. Right,
Now, Amanda, you're welcome to try and cross the bridge by yourself.
right, let's go, Amanda.
Fine, after you.
Come along, Carl.
I really hope we're not going to encounter any bats on the bridge.
So, as an engineer, you must be...
As I said, this beautiful flower blooms outside the cave.
Sounds great. Why didn't you show it?
What are you doing?
I like...
And could...
Sounds great.
Nothing. Wait a minute. There was no...
Oh, no!
Right.
Now, Amanda, you're welcome to try and cross the bridge by yourself.
Right, let's go, Amanda.
Fine, after you.
Come along, Carl.
So, as an engineer, you must be very deft with your hands.
Sure, my fingers must go everywhere. What is it? As I said, this beautiful flower blooms outside the cave.
Sounds great. Why didn't you show
What's
it to me
wrong now?
sooner? Oops, sorry. We were just looking for unusual flowers. We didn't even realize that we crossed the bridge.
Alright, fine. Once more from the top, please.
Now, Amanda, you're welcome to try and cross the bridge by yourself.
Come along.
I really hope we'll...
It's so quiet. Wait a moment. Where are Amanda and Eve? Wait here, Carl. I want to find out where Amanda and Eve disappeared to. What are you doing? Why did
You need to ask me that? I'm not staying behind in the... If you...
you...
I think someone should keep an eye.
See? She carries a...
Please, ladies, can we just...
Fine. Just so long as I won't be left alone with the woman who wishes...
One more word and I'm going to...
Wait a minute. Why are you over here?
I started to worry about the ladies when I could no longer see the light of your torch.
But how could you see that from the other...
Oh, the light from the entrance was bright enough. But I barely thought about it when I crossed the bridge.
With a crew like this, who needs enemies? Right, I see. We're gonna start over. This time.
Now, Amanda, you're welcome to try and cross the bridge by yourself.
Right, let's...
Fine.
Come along, Eve.
I'm sure you know what you're doing.
Out of the way, alley cat.
Are you talking to me, honey?
What's wrong now?
I would rather fall trying to cross this bridge in the dark than stay alone with that woman.
Alright, fine. Once more from the top, please.
Now, Amanda, you're welcome to try and cross the bridge by yourself.
Oh, it's really very dark here.
So you...
Right, let's go.
Fine.
Come along.
So, as an engineer, you must be very deaf.
I think you should go back with me.
Ugh. Why are you looking?
Alright, I'll wait here. Come along, Eve.
I'm sure you... So, you're an engineer.
Right, let's go, Amanda.
Fine. After you.
The door seems locked. Any ideas?
There's this gigantic stone thing here.
It'd be really weird if this thing weren't somehow connected to the path.
That's what I think. But it's massive.
We should give it a try. 3 people can turn it, then we'll see if anything can happen.
Finally, someone who tries to come up with solutions.
Ha! And what are the rest of us doing?
Oh, threatening other team members at gunpoint, perhaps.
Be quiet! Everybody, you are driving me crazy! Can we continue now?
Alright, grab the bars then. Here we go. Let's move this ancient rock together.
Oh, I don't know. I bet the thing is covered in cobwebs.
That's what I expected you to say. Let's tackle it, Jack.
All right, everybody ready? Then all together. Yeah, that was pointless. There must be a trick to it or something. Any suggestions as to how we use this pyramid?
Almost. The text on the tablet should give us a clue. We must align the pyramid in 3 directions in a specific order.
And then the door will open?
Maybe. I'm not quite sure about the last part. Either the door will open, or the cave will collapse in order to punish us for the sacrilege we committed by touching the pyramid.
I would definitely prefer option 1. So what do we do?
First, the king's feather must caress the plumed guardian of the bridge. Next, the king's falcon must meet the eye that looks down into the abyss. And finally, the entrance to the tomb must point at the secret chamber.
Cracking this code should be a piece of cake. What was the code on the tablet again?
First, the king's feather must caress the plume, neck, and
Crack. It fits. Carl translated the tablet as follows. First, the king's feather must caress the plumed guardian of the bridge. Next, the king's falcon must meet the eye that looks down into the abyss. And finally, the entrance to the tomb must point at the secret chamber. So, Carl, what's the first clue?
First, the king's feather must caress the plumed guardian of the bridge.
Well, I think this symbol points to an entrance. Oh, great. The door moved a bit. What's the next clue?
Next, the king's falcon must meet the eye that looks down into the abyss. I think we're on the right. Jack, you're at the part of the eye that looks down into the abyss. But apparently your symbol isn't the king's falcon.
So, Carl.
First,
Oh, great.
Next, the king's...
Well, I think this symbol points to an entry. I think this symbol shows a feather. Obvious, a falcon. That's either a sickle or a candy cane. Ooh, a candy cane would be nice right now.
The mechanism seems to have reached... Next time, we should focus on my falcon symbol here. But first, we need to start again.
So, come.
First, the king's feather must caress the plumed guardian of the bridge.
Oh, great.
Next, the king's falcon must meet the eye that looks down into the abyss.
Looking good. Now for the last step.
And finally, the entrance to the tomb must point at the secret chamber.
The door's open. We did it. Good job. Time to go and face whatever awaits us.
Jack, don't you think you forgot something?
Like what?
What about thanking the one who cracked the code and got us through this door?
Oh, you're probably right. Great work, Carl.
Hey, we're crew, aren't we?
Sure. Whatever.
Right. I understand. Thanks.
Are you ready now? Can we go?
Watch out, Jack!
Holy... What is that?
What on earth have we found here?
It looks fat. Totally obese. Unhealthily stuffed. But quite obviously, it's still very hungry.
Don't tell me you're afraid of vegetables.
I wouldn't say I'm afraid. I just prefer vegetables with croutons.
Until now, I never knew of Egyptian pirates.
Carl, don't you have any idea how to get rid of this mutant monster?
Until now, I never knew of Egyptian pirates.
Let me think. It's definitely hungry. That much we know.
Sometimes I wake up from nightmares where these plants are eating my last tea leaf. No, the bat would jump out of the bucket. If it weren't already
I'd
dead.
like to go back to the
No,
ship and
the
ask
bat
Big
would jump
Brother
out of the
whether he
bucket.
can conjure up
If it weren't already dead. As long as my crew isn't starving, I'll keep the sandwich. The hearth doesn't look as
nothing
old
but
as the
bananas
rest
for
of the
breakfast
junk,
on this
and the
continent.
firewood is
But
astonishingly
bananas make an
dry.
efficient diet, Eve.
Look at me! I am the Lord of Fire.
Hey, why don't you both calm down? Jack is working on a solution.
Wait a bit, it shouldn't take long to roast this little bat. We'll see. Well, the bat looks tasty. Shall I try it?
Don't tell me you're afraid of vegetables.
The others would think I was crazy.
I wouldn't say I'm afraid. I just prefer vegetables with croutons and a bit of salad dressing.
Let's see how you deal with that. Greed can be fatal.
Oh, yuck. How disgusting. That's really not a pretty sight.
It's just gulping it down.
Do you think it'll explode if it keeps eating like that?
The skin is so taut it might just burst.
What is that?
It slimed me!
Jack, as you can see, it would have been smarter to cooperate. Professor Marty, I see you found the evidence. I am sorry for the trouble.
But how did you find us?
Jack, I have my sources. Everywhere. And now, give me the amulet.
Never. The treasure is ours.
Jack, you diminish my cost-to-benefit ratio. Terry, block the exit.
With pleasure, boss.
I'm the one who's calling the shots. And now, the amulet.
It's useless without me. I'm the only one who knows how to find the missing parts.
You have a point.
So, get us out of here, and I'll lead you to your goal.
All right. Terry, a rope.
If I must.
Finally.
And now the others.
The others? What for? We only need you to get the treasure.
You're a monster!
Adieu.
That wasn't
It
the
wasn't.
deal!
You have that in mind.
The exit is blocked! How are they ever going
Never.
to get out of there?
Terry,
There, that's it for you.
No!
I extinguished the fuse, but we're trapped, and the cave is filling with water.
Tell me it's not true. We're not all gonna die here.
Eve, stay calm. No one's gonna die here.
I will saw through the mast with my nail file.
No, don't. I've got an idea. I just need to think for a moment. If I use a belt, and if I had a crank, then it might just work. Listen, we need to focus, Amanda. I need the following things.
Things? We're in a cave, full of sand, in the desert. Where am I supposed to get any kind of things?
No idea, but I need them, or this idea will never work. I need something like a saw blade, round with a sharp edge, a wooden board with 2 holes, one at each end, a rope that I could use as a belt, and finally a crank handle or something like that. Oh, this might work. At least there's some useful stuff here. What's this? Useless junk. This looks interesting. Perhaps I could... No, forget it.
What are you doing, Carl? Do something helpful, will you?
Right, let's recalculate this. I trust that my estimate about the ship's weight isn't too far off. I hope this won't end like my last experiment.
A gap between the rocks. Maybe I can use it as a vise.
Oh, this might work. At least there's some useful stuff here.
Damaged by Umbadi's dynamite and the water that's flowing in.
This? Useless junk.
A length of rope from Umbadi's airship. Carl will need that.
This looks interesting.
An old sundial. There's a hole where the gnommon's missing. A simple shovel. Very useful if you want to dig something up, or some such.
What are you doing, Carl? Do something helpful, will you?
The leaves of the giant plant are amazingly sharp and solid. I should hurry. No time to play Marco Polo.
Right, let's recalculate this.
Ooh,
I trust that my
creepy.
estimate about the ship's weight
I've never understood the pirate skull fetish.
I hope this won't end like my last experiment. Now, this might work. At least there's some useful stuff.
That will repair the sundial.
What's this?
I can't dig that out.
Useless junk.
Good idea. But it should go close to the crack.
This looks interesting. Perhaps I could... No, forget it.
Good, the dynamite's in place. That should blow the whole wall.
What are you doing, Carl? Do something helpful, will you?
Right, let's recalculate this.
This could be the right size for Carl's thing. But it needs holes.
I hope this won't end like my last experiment.
It's attached to the ship. I can't get it loose with just my hands. Yep, I got the shield. Oh, the shovel's broken. The ship moved a little. If the last one breaks, it would probably free. Now we need a ship,
this might
and
work.
quickly.
At least there's some useful stuff.
A broken
here.
shovel won't help me. That will repair the sundial.
Useless
Teeth
junk.
aren't gonna help. Combine this with that. Yes, looks good. I should
This
hurry.
looks interesting.
No time
Perhaps
for
I could-
Marco Polo.
No, forget it.
What are you doing, Carl? Do something helpful, will you?
Here, Carl, the things you asked for.
Danke, Amanda. That will help. Right, let's recalculate this. I trust that my estimate about the ship's weight isn't too far off. I hope this won't end like my last experiment.
That will repair the sundial.
This might work. At least there's some useful stuff here. What's this? Useless junk.
I shot 2 holes in the board, just for Carl.
This looks interesting. Perhaps I could... No, forget it.
Here, Carl, the things you asked for.
Danke, Amanda. That will help.
What are you doing, Carl? Do something helpful, will you?
Carl, tell me again, what...
I need something like a saw blade. A round, a wooden board with 2 holes, one at each end, a rope that I could use as a belt, and finally, a crank handle, or something like that. Right, let's recalculate this. I trust
Combine
my
this
estimate about
with
the ship's
that.
weight.
Yes, looks good. Here, Carl, the things you asked for.
Great! Now I have everything I need. Step back. I am going to cut through the mast now. Yes, we did it! Take that, you old wreck. You know, the ship is in very bad shape, but it will float. That's the good news.
Terrific. And how will that help us?
I think the tunnel over there could lead us out of the cave. If we could break down this wall, the water could wash us out there.
Great choice. Either we blow ourselves up, or we're gonna drown in this wreck.
Relax, Eve. We can do this. Just remember, Jack needs us.
What else can we do?
Prepare yourselves then. I'll take care of the wall. Okay, get ready. It's gonna be a wild ride. Ah!
Umbati's Zeppelin is fine workmanship.
Carl, they just kidnapped Jack, and we don't stand a chance of catching up with them.
Correction, you have one chance. Remember my prototype.
Why would a crazy invention help us chase an airship?
It's not just any invention. This invention will change the world.
Wow, a horseless carriage!
The fastest ever built.
So let's get going.
Let's get going. Are you insane? In a few more minutes, the ship is going to sink and we'll be stuck here forever. I will get the ship out. I would never abandon a vessel.
Okay, so we'll take care of Jack. Driving the thing can't be hard, right?
I know how to drive, and I insist we take my luggage with us.
Your luggage? Sure. Eve, you're weird, but we must go.
Is this going to work? Perhaps women may be better at handling a car than men.
I can't loosen those blasted bonds. What do I do now? Wait a moment. What is that little thing over there? Yes, they're coming to help me.
faster! We gotta catch him! Can't you step on it?
Hey, calm down, will you? You ought to be glad that I know how this thing works. Good thing my father already bought one of these with a chauffeur.
Ugh, what a piece of junk. It's got no future. A horse would be faster.
You can't drive, you can't reach the airship. Amanda, are you capable of doing anything useful right now?
Sure, it would be swell if I could fly. In case you hadn't noticed, city girl, they're in the air.
Then show me how you solve problems in Texas. I'm holding my breath.
No problem, sweetie. Watch and learn. Eve's junk. Why does a woman need so much? I wonder what's in there. This holds Eve's luggage in place. I'd best not touch it. She'd be furious if we lost it. On the other hand... mirror on a car. How handy. Maybe I should put something like that on my rifle. What a great idea. Not. What a great idea. Not. I don't think these wheels are designed for high-speed chases, at least not on this surface. Eve's junk. Why does a woman need so much? I wonder what's in there. How can we stop the airship?
We? I'm the one who's driving, sweetheart. Use your head, or whatever else you happen to have handy.
Eve's junk. Why does a woman need so much? I wonder what's in there. The shape reminds me of a crowbar. Maybe I can use it the same way. What a great idea. Not. What a great idea. Not. What a great idea. Not. This holds Eve's luggage in place. I'd best not touch it. She'd be furious if we lost it. On the other hand... I don't want to shoot at that. I don't think these wheels are designed for... I don't want to shoot at that. I don't want to shoot at that. Spare wheel in case we have a flat. Good thinking, Carl. I have to cut the rope before I can take the wheel. What a great idea. Not. What a great idea. Not.
Oh, really? I'll let them know they're not the only ones with arms.
Yeah! Bullseye! They're going down!
Oh yeah, very well done. Even though you almost shot Jack.
Shut up, sweetie! I told you how we would do it, and look, it worked!
He could have died, but you did exactly what you wanted. Excellent.
Will you please just shut up and step on the gas? We need to get closer. This holds Eve's luggage in place. I'd best not touch it. She'd be furious if we lost it. On the other hand...
Carl, are you there?
Copy.
Copy? What?
Never mind. I can read you loud and clear. What's making all that noise?
Carl, your car is loud and smelly and incredibly slow.
Loud and slow. Please tell me you changed gear.
Changed what?
The transmission. You're driving in first gear and my engine is about to explode. Change into second gear. Please, I beg you.
Well done, Eve.
Oops, just a moment.
Yeah!
What's that noise?
We're slowing down! What have you done?
Me? Nothing, just like Carl said.
Are you doing everything a man tells you?
Hey, wait a second. What are you trying to say?
What were you up to with Jack at your place in Hamburg? Was it his idea or yours?
They're shooting at us, and you want to know exactly what Jack and I did in Hamburg?
Well, yeah, exactly. Just answer my darn question or I swear I will kick your butt.
They almost killed us. Don't you think this is getting a little too dangerous?
Come on, Eve. It was only a lucky shot. That's not gonna stop us, is it? It's broken. Wow, that was close. The hood's locked. I need something to pry it open. I'm already sorry I touched it.
Hey ladies, what was that noise? Is something broken?
Looks like a connection between the two spinny things is missing. A belt or something. Not again. I can't risk it. A spare wheel in case we have a flat. Good thinking, Carl. Good idea, but it won't work like that. Combine this with that. Yes, looks good. Why should I do that? I don't need a replacement wheel. A spare wheel in case we have a flat. Good thinking, Carl. I'd be annoyed if that were my car and somebody broke off my hood ornament. There were times when I would love to have done that, but not today. That's a joke. There were times when I would love to have done that, but not today.
Carl, it's doing funny things again.
Wait, that sounds like... Did you just destroy the fan boat?
We're not destroying things. Your darn car's falling apart by itself.
Oh, God. You need to fix the fan belt. You need some kind of elastic material. Some of your hosiery would do.
I'm looking forward to this. You heard him, sweetie. We need some elastic. Pantyhose, stockings, or something like that?
Let me guess. You're not wearing any stockings, right? That's just not popular in hick fashion.
Oh, Miss City Slicker. Sounds like you're wearing some, so give 'em here.
If you think I would sacrifice my hot silk hosiery just to save your butt, you can think again.
It's Jack's butt we're trying to save, so be a good girl. We need to fix this stupid contraption.
All right, have it your way, but you're gonna have to help me, honey.
Oh, God.
Wow, you are really flexible. Huh? I can't attach the stockings when it's turning like that. Nice.
Yeah! What the heck's wrong? I can't steer anymore! Do you expect me to drive on two wheels?
Nice. That's a joke.
Carl, we've got a somewhat unusual question. So, how do you change a wheel?
A wheel? Please don't tell me you've wrecked the car.
Wrecked is such an ugly word. Let's just say the wheel needs adjusting.
But you're still driving? Okay, let me think. I hope it's not one of the front wheels, because they are connected to the engine and the steering.
It's a back wheel.
Oh, good. They're independent. All you need to do is, what? What's this? No, I don't want to listen to music now. I'm busy. Oh, bananas? How nice of you. But about the music, I'm asking you to...
Carl? Carl! Oh, great. We're on our own.
Maybe later.
wheel in case we have a flat. Good thinking, Carl. I'd be annoyed if that were my car and somebody broke off my hood ornament.
What is that noise? I hope for your sake that my luggage is all right.
Stop talking. Watch the road. That's a joke. Eve's junk. Why does a woman need so much? I wonder what's in there. That's a joke. That makes no sense. A spare wheel in case we have a flat. Good thinking, Carl.
What am I? A repair manual? What am I? A repair manual?
Hey!
Whoa! Heavens to Betsy, I'm driving on 2 wheels! Woo-hoo-hoo!
We changed a wheel at full speed. Eve, we're heroes. Yeah. Jack, I could shoot to break your chains, but that might be too risky.
Amanda, I couldn't quite hear you, but whatever you do, please don't shoot at me!
Good? So you want me to do it? Well, okay.
You're not doing it? Good! Very good!
Good? He says I'm a good shot. All right. I mustn't disappoint him. Eve, keep the car steady. This is going to be an awfully tricky shot. Something seems broken.
Oh, this is great. Just great. That's what I get for trusting someone just the once.
Jack, what is your damn problem? You didn't even really give me your hand.
Ah, so now it's my fault that you didn't make it.
Amanda, that looked rather clumsy.
What?
I wouldn't go that far, Eve.
So that's what I get when I'm trying to take your side for once. Oh,
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
everyone, I need a picture of this.
Hey, people! Look! The elephant likes to eat in the shade. Like a person. Astounding!
That was wonderful, but I think that was my last picture. The film
A
is full.
sailor's trying to fix
What
a
a pity.
car. A city girl is grumbling in the desert. Oh, if you need me, I'm taking a break. I hate being here.
Wait, what is that noise? Ladies, the airship. It's almost touching the ground.
What the heck? They're going down.
They're crashing!
How ironic. As rich as Umbati is, he's as helpless as we are in the middle of nowhere. Money won't help him now. Oh,
You don't hate?
we must have lost something. My spidey sense, my captain's sense, tells me that this could be very useful soon. Oh my, looks like a
There
human
are
skeleton.
so many things that I like to do.
Maybe he went
Sitting around in
crazy
a
and
hot, deserted
starved
no man's land,
because he was
however,
stuck
is
between
not one of
two
them.
arguing women. A couple of termites must have nested in this tree.
It reminds me of back.
Wow, that was loud. It echoes like we were in the mountains. We're stuck in the middle of the savannah. Sand everywhere. We're not getting out of here without a car.
Dang, I knew it. Hurry, Jack. Fix the car and take us back to Carl.
Oh, in that case, I must by all means visit your home someday.
Elephants.
The
It's
heat's
impressive
getting
being
me.
so close to them, and they don't seem to be bothered by our presence.
Your outfit isn't right for here.
Oh, the monkey's obviously drunk. Probably ate too much fermented fruit. The monkey seems to be drunk too. And he's probably the boss
Honey,
of this little
what you
troop.
see here is called couture. Hey, Jack, that's my suitcase. What do you think you're doing?
Maybe in Paris. Here, they call it useless trash.
Useless, fashionable trash.
Carl, your car won't run anymore. Have you got an idea what could be wrong?
I need a little more information than that. Does it even still have wheels, including a steering wheel? Or did you finally manage to wreck it completely?
Hey, calm down. It's just that a lot of steam is coming out everywhere.
That's just great. The water tank is busted.
Is that a bad thing?
Could be worse. Take the spare can from the back of the car, and then,
Yes, and then
then you lift the car.
lift the car to refill the water?
Hey, you're driving around in my prototype. There was only room for the access under the car, so
Under the car, and here, without tools in the desert? What do you suggest we do?
Have you still got the jack in the little bag at the back of the car?
No little bag and no Jack but me.
In that case, I just can't help you. If you can't lift the car, you can't refill the water.
Great construction, you genius. If we starve now or get devoured by wild beasts, it'll be all your fault.
Yeah, I guess so. If that's all for now.
At least we've got some nice company. Elephants and monkeys.
Well, a single elephant looks kind of lonely. And different from the others. He's special. Better not. Better not.
Did you see one of the monkeys wearing goggles? It must have escaped from somewhere.
I saw you'd brought a large suitcase.
Yes? What about it?
Have you got anything in that suitcase that might help us?
Forget it! The contents of a lady's suitcase is nobody's business but the lady's.
I'll be really careful with your stuff.
Doesn't matter. I'm not going to let you rifle through my belongings. I've got some very private things in there.
Oh, come on.
Jack, do you really think Eve would let you rummage through her private things?
All right, you can look at my stuff.
Really? That's...
Under one condition, I get to remove a few things first.
Of course.
What are you trying to hide?
Well, Jack, I'm ready. Be careful with my things.
I have a theory. But that would mean that it's extremely...
A red parasol. Looks Asian and is made out of paper. Not very sturdy. That looks nice, but I don't know what I'd use it for in the desert. I think it's time to visit the United States. I'd maybe the best record in the suitcase. But Eve's tasting the... I've always wanted a record with German Oompa music. Wait, no I didn't.
What kind of balloon?
The parasol is too nice
kind
for
that drops
that.
carnivorous
You'd
plants.
like that.
And you wonder why I don't want to be here.
Hey, look at them! The monkeys are falling asleep.
A red parasol. Looks Asian and is made out of paper. Not very sturdy.
I hate being
The
here.
parasol is too nice for that. This fig tree appears to be the home of 3 monkeys. They must like the fruit. You'd like that.
Is there anything you don't hate?
The parasol is too nice for that. The parasol is too nice for that.
There are so many things that I like to do. Sitting around in a hot, deserted no man's land, however, is not one of them.
It reminds me of back home.
Oh, in that case, I'm...
He doesn't seem to be interested in this sort of music.
Hey, Jack, look what those crazy monkeys are doing. They're dancing. How cute.
Looks like the elephant's very happy with the falling fruit. Oh, the elephant can't stand the horrible screeching of the monkeys. I certainly understand that.
Oh, the heat's getting to me.
It's sticky, very sticky, and smells somewhat fermented. Ugh, disgusting.
Your outfit isn't right for here.
Come on, my large friend. Get the tasty fruit.
Look, Jack! These elephants are amazing animals! And this one seems to like fruit.
Honey, what you see here is called couture.
Well, that's obviously too far away. I can't reach it from
Maybe
here.
in Paris. Here, they call it useless trash.
Useless, fashionable trash.
At least we've got some nice company. Elephants and monkeys.
I better not get too close to the herd. Could be dangerous.
Did you see one of the monkeys wearing goggles? It must have escaped from somewhere.
I have a theory. But
How
that doesn't mean
ironic.
that it's
As
extremely
rich as
smart
Umbati
to
is,
trade
he's
with
a
wild-
typical African palm tree. I like palms, but no coconuts to be seen. Small world, Mr. Keane. Too small for the both of us, Mr. Palm. Oh my God, what have I done? A large palm frond.
What kind of balloon?
The kind that drops carnivorous plants.
Hey, Jack, look what those crazy monkeys are doing. They're dancing. How cute.
Looks like the elephant's very happy with the fallen fruit. Oh, the elephant can't stand the horrible...
And you wonder why I don't want to be here.
Hey, look at them! The monkeys are falling asleep. Look, Jack! These elephants are amazing animals. And this one seems to like fruit.
I hate being here. Hey, Jack, look what those crazy monkeys are doing. They're dancing. How cute.
Is there anything you don't hate?
There are so many things that I like to do. Sitting around in a hot, deserted no man's land, however,
Sticky,
is
very
not one of
sticky,
them.
and smells somewhat fermented. Ugh, disgusting.
It reminds me of back home.
He doesn't seem to be interested in this sort of music.
Oh, in that case, I must by all means visit your home someday.
No, he already has a fig, and he's eating it. That's enough for now. No, he already has a fig, and he's eating it. That's enough for now. I better not get too close to the herd. Could be dangerous. I better not get too close to the herd. Could be dangerous. This stone is so huge that an
getting me.
elephant could sit on it comfortably.
Your outfit isn't right for here.
Hey, Jack, look what those crazy monkeys are doing. They're dancing. How cute. Honey, what you see here is called couture.
Maybe in Paris. Here they call it useless trash.
I'll combine them.
Useless, fashionable trash.
Well, that's obviously too far away. I can't reach it from here. Oh, that is one really big parasol.
At least we've got some nice company. Elephants and monkeys.
Oh, that is one really big parasol. Oh, that is
Did you
one
see
really
of the
big
monkeys
parasol.
wearing goggles?
No, he already
They
has
must
a
have
fig,
escaped
and
from
he's eating
somewhere.
it. That's enough for now.
I have a theory, but that would mean that it's extremely smart and has been trained to fly a balloon. Hey, look at them! The monkeys are falling asleep. Look, Jack! These elephants are amazing animals! And this one seems to like fruit.
What kind of balloon?
interested in this sort of music.
The kind that drops carnivorous plants.
He's so peaceful and happy eating in the shade. I like African Oh, that is one really big parasol. No, he already has a fig, and he's eating. Better not.
And you wonder why I
You'd
don't want to be
like
here.
that. You'd like that. He's so peaceful and happy eating in the shade. I like African animals. Just not monkeys. What do you know about elephants?
Saw them in a zoo in Paris. Nothing special. But I heard that in India, they use elephants to move heavy things.
That sounds like a useful piece of information. Thanks, Eve.
Hey, Jack, look what those crazy monkeys are doing. They're dancing. How cute. I hate being here.
Is there anything you don't hate?
He doesn't seem to be interested in this sort of music.
There are so many things that I like to do. Sitting around in a hot, deserted no man's land, however, is not one of them.
There's still tons of stuff in there. Unbelievable.
It reminds me of back home.
A hole in a tree. Not uncommon.
Oh, in that case, I must by all means visit your
A couple
home
of
someday.
termites must have nested in this tree. Wow, that was loud. It echoes like we were in the mountains. Oh, that is one really big parasol.
Oh, the heat's getting
That won't
me.
work. I'm not carving trees without a good reason. You'd like that.
Your outfit isn't right for here.
This stone is so huge that an elephant could sit on it comfortably. This fig tree appears to be the home of 3 monkeys. They must
Honey,
like the fruit.
What you see here is called couture.
That won't work. I don't think that'll work.
Maybe in Paris. Here,
That
they call
doesn't
it
seem to
useless
work.
trash.
That doesn't seem to work.
Hey, look at them! The monkeys are falling asleep. Look, Jack! These elephants are amazing animals! And this one seems to like fruit.
Useless, fashionable trash.
At least we've got some nice company. Elephants and monkeys.
That won't work. The monkey seems to be drunk, too. And he's probably the boss of this little troop.
Did you see one of
You'd
the monkeys
like that.
wearing goggles? It must have
Oh, that
escaped
is
from
one
somewhere.
really big parasol. Oh, that is one really big parasol. This stone is so huge that an elephant
I have
could
a
sit
theory,
on it comfortably.
But that would mean that it's extremely smart and has been trained to fly a balloon.
Better not.
What kind of balloon?
Hey, look at them! The monkeys are falling asleep. The kind that drops...
He doesn't seem to be interested in this sort of music. That won't work. You'd like that.
And
That
you
doesn't
wonder
seem to...
why I don't want to be here.
I don't know what sort of fruit it is. The parasols. The label on the package calls this record an German brass band music. Really? Who likes to listen to that stuff? My good old... A canister full of water. There's something written on it in German. Vorsicht,
I
kein
hate being here.
Trinkwasser. I think that means you aren't supposed to drink it. Carl, how can I lift your stupid car here?
Jack? Is that you? You're still alive? Neither starved nor devoured by wild beasts?
Very funny. Actually, we're about to be trampled to death by elephants or driven insane by monkeys.
Perhaps the elephants could help you lift the car. Just an idea.
Really, Carl? Elephants? How would they be able to help us?
Jack, you're driving me nuts. I really honestly don't know. Stop talking at me. I've got work to do.
Is there anything you don't hate?
That doesn't seem to work. That doesn't seem to work. I don't think that'll work.
There are so many things that I like to do.
No,
Sitting
he
around
already
in
has
a
a
hut,
fig,
deserted
and he's
no
eating it.
man's land, however,
That's enough for
is
now.
not one of them.
I don't think that'll work.
It reminds me of back home.
Do you know how we can fix...
I'm really not an expert. I'm just glad that my father bought one of these things and I was...
I can't say I quite understand how this thing...
Have you asked Carl? Oh, in that case, I must by all means visit your home someday.
This fig tree appears to be the home of 3 monkeys. They must like the fruit. You'd like that. You'd like that. You'd like that.
The heat's getting
You'd
me.
like that. You'd like that. That won't work. That won't work. I don't think that'll work.
Your outfit isn't
That
right for
doesn't
here.
seem to work. That won't work. The parasol's huge now. It'll cast... Oh, that is one really big parasol. You'd like
Honey,
that.
what you see here is called couture.
Maybe in Paris. Here, they call it useless trash.
Useless, fashionable trash.
Kilimanjaro is not only the highest mountain in Africa, it's also one of the highest freestanding mountains in the world. I read that in a book.
At least we've
I
got
think it
some
has
nice
something to
company.
do with riding.
Elephants and monkeys.
Did you see one
Well,
of the
that's obviously
monkeys
too far
wearing
away.
goggles?
I can't reach it
Must
from
have
here.
escaped from somewhere.
I have a theory, but that would mean that it's extremely smart and has been trained to fly a balloon.
What kind of balloon?
The kind that drops carnivorous plants.
And you wonder why I don't want to be here. I hate being here.
Is there anything you don't hate?
There are so many things that I like to do. Sitting around in a hot, deserted no man's land, however, is not one of them.
It reminds me of back home.
Oh, in that case, I must by all means visit your home someday.
Well done, Jack. You're a genius.
Oh, the heat's getting to me.
Your outfit
That
isn't
thing
right
is
for here.
huge! Amazing! You died for a noble cause, Mr. Palm. He doesn't seem to be interested in this sort of music.
Honey, what
No,
you see
he already
here
has a thing,
is
and
called
he's eating it.
couture.
That's enough for now.
Maybe in Paris. Here, they call it useless trash.
Hey, Jack, look what those crazy monkeys are doing. They're dancing. How cute. What's going on now? Jack! He's coming right at us! Oh, dear.
Hey, what is that noise?
Wow! The weight of the elephant is lifting the car like it was a feather. Eve had no reason to worry. The animals are friendly.
Well, the elephant seems to be very friendly, but I can't risk annoying him.
Useless,
Putting the tank filler
fashionable
under the
trash.
car wasn't exactly Carl's best idea. Hey, thanks for the help, my heavyweight friend. I'm ready. Amanda, perhaps you should drive now.
Are you joking?
That's a rhetorical question. Of course I'll drive.
Hey, neither of you knows the first thing about driving.
Ha! If you could do it, then I can do it better.
Oh, are you two bickering again?
That's so typical.
Ha! You'll see how well I can handle it. It can't be all that difficult.
Shouldn't we take my suitcase? I mean, you can't do that. My clothes.
Don't worry, Eve. We'll get them later, I promise. Better be careful.
Idiot! Keep searching for our equipment, and hurry!
The amulet! I thought I'd never see it again.
Some things will still be usable. Keep your eyes open.
Huh? No, nothing to see. Stupid patrol. Too hot to do anything but hang around.
Terry, you go on patrol. Watch out for wild animals. I loathe wild animals. They pose such unpredictable risks.
Oh god, I hate that idiot. Looking around like he's trying to find his brain. Oh, please.
I hope the replacement
Hurry
air
up,
supply
Jack.
will arrive soon.
Hurry up, Jack.
A greedy,
Curse you,
crazed
Jack Keane.
businessman. Hell-bent on carrying out his plan. Vicious and cunning. A nasty combination. I wonder what Umbati has in his luggage.
No wild animals in
Evil
sight, Professor
underpants.
Umbati.
Even if I imagine him with a giant carp head, he still scares me. This engine seems to have survived the crash. I don't think that'll work. I don't think they can ever fix that.
Huh? No, nothing to see. Stupid
At least we've got
patrol.
the amulet.
Too hot to do anything but hang around.
I'm sure it'll soon lead us to Akuma.
Let's move along. Oh no. How on earth are we going to break it to Carl that we wrecked his car?
I'm gonna talk to Carl.
Perhaps your ability to fascinate none too bright males will help you with that.
At least I can be charming.
Hey, my charms open many a door, sweetie.
Hello, this won't get us anywhere.
That's true, Jack. You should decide.
Of course, wise Jack in all his wisdom will make a wise decision.
I think that Carl trusts Amanda, so my money's on her.
Carl, we're really sorry about what happened to your prototype. On our way back, we had a little mishap.
Yes, all of a sudden there was this huge elephant and... Say, do you have insurance?
Insurance? For my prototype? Sure. Who wouldn't insure their inventions against elephant attacks?
Can we help you fix your car? Unless, of course, your strong hands and your cutting-edge mind decide to refuse any help?
No thanks. My hands and mind like to work alone.
Yes, even more bananas. I'm really starting to get sick of them. Alright, how are we going to get the amulet back from Umbati?
Right now, Jack, that's the least of our worries. The car's fuel is almost used up. We'll soon be stuck here.
We need the ship. We need it to haul away the treasure.
But the sailing ship won't take us further up the Nile.
Ah, rats.
Either you find 20 experienced oarsmen, or a different kind of engine so I can convert it.
Let's see what engine we can find. I don't think that'll work. Yes, even more bananas. I'm really starting to get sick of them.
Hurry up, Jack!
I don't think that'll work. Let's move along.
Huh? No, nothing to see. Stupid patrol. Too hot to do anything but hang around.
That won't work. That doesn't seem to work.
Oh god, I hate that idiot. Looking around like he's trying to find his brain. Oh, please.
That doesn't seem to work. That won't work. That doesn't seem... That won't work. That doesn't seem to work. That doesn't seem to work. That doesn't seem to work. That won't work. Even if I imagine him with a giant carp head, he still scares me.
No wild animals in sight, Professor Umbati.
Hurry up, Jack!
You'd like that.
Huh? No, nothing to see. Stupid patrol. Too hot to do anything but hang around.
I wonder what Umbati has in his luggage. Evil underpants, I suppose. Vicious and I wonder what Umbati has in his luggage. Evil underpants.
Oh god, I
suppose.
hate that idiot. Looking
I
around
don't
like he's
think
trying
they
to
can ever
find
fix
his
that.
brain.
That won't
Oh,
work.
please.
I don't think that'll work. This engine seems to have survived the crash. Let's move along.
Hello, Jack.
I don't think that'll work. Let's move along.
What? My clothes!
Sorry, my mistake. Wow.
Jack!
A large palm frond. Those monkeys are annoying. I can hardly stand it. Unbelievable. Let's move along. Gotta be careful.
Huh? No, nothing to see. Stupid patrol. Too hot to do anything but hang around.
That doesn't seem to work. That won't work. That doesn't seem to work. That doesn't seem to work. That won't work. That won't work. That won't work. This engine seems to have survived the crash.
Oh god, I hate that idiot. Looking around like he's trying to find his brain. Oh, please.
I don't know what sort of fruit it is. I shouldn't eat it. All kinds of things might happen. That doesn't seem to work. I...
No wild animals in sight, Professor Umbati.
Let's move along. Good idea, but that won't work like that. Good idea, but that won't work like that. Good idea, but that won't work like that. Too high! I don't think that'll work. Elephants! It's impressive being so close. Good idea, but that won't work like that. Good idea, but that won't work. I could use that. Could you come here for a moment? I think we'd better get out of here in a hurry.
Huh? What's...
The amulet. I thought I'd never see it again. Strange. Shouldn't this be the moment where I fall unconscious?
Whatever.
Your subconscious is a very, very strange place, my friend.
How did I get here this time?
How would I know? I'm dead, remember?
I've got 3 pieces of the amulet now, but it doesn't look complete.
You still need one last piece.
Can you show me where it is?
I am not allowed to tell you.
You what? I got this far, fought against giant plants, almost got myself killed a dozen times. I even tamed some extremely crazy monkeys. And now you're not going to tell me?
Jack, back in our cell in Shanghai, I picked you because you were the only choice.
What a wise decision.
You don't understand. Ukumba, the treasure, must never fall into the wrong hands. I was the last person to protect Ukumba. But I had to leave Ukumba behind and set out on a dangerous journey that took me many years to find somebody who is worthy of this treasure. The person who can handle Ukumba must be good and pure and at peace with himself.
The more I think about it, perhaps I'm not at peace.
That is exactly the problem. Do you remember your visions of the future? You were afraid you might end up with nothing. An aging adventurer with no success, no riches, no friends, and who never dared do anything. And you don't know how to change it.
Help me then! How can I change my future?
You change the future by changing the present.
You mean?
You know what I mean. You're afraid to grow up. When the prisoners in Shanghai wanted you to lead their escape, you ran away. When the workers in Hamburg wanted you to lead their union, you ran away.
And when Amanda wanted to go to Shanghai with me, I refused and pretended that it was too dangerous for her. While in reality, I just didn't want her to come too close to me.
Many people extend a hand to you.
I know. But I find it so hard to take. Why do I do that?
That is exactly what you need to find out, Jack. And if you can do that, you will know where to go and what to do. And then you will find Ukumba. Everything will fall into place. And speaking of falling into place, there is something I want to give you now.
What?
Jack, are you all right? All of a sudden, you just passed out.
I've got the next clue. We must go to that mountain, Kilimanjaro.
No, Jack. We must return to Carl. I used the radio thing, and Carl asked something about getting an airship engine.
Well, let's go then. Umbati's bound to come back here. Why does my head always hurt like crazy when I wake up?
Perhaps you should drink more water, Jack?
Huh. Let's see how Carl's would-be carriage handles the weight.
Wow! The thing is huge! I will use this to do things to the ship that no one has ever done to a ship before.
That's nice, Carl, but we must head for Kilimanjaro now, before Mbati gets back.
I think it won't take me long to rework the ship. In 6 steps, I'll move the drive to the port side, and then...
Yeah, fine. Perhaps we'll just grab the car and get a head start?
No problem. I'll follow you by water. That mountain is hard to miss.
What a trip. I could feel every single bump.
Carl should think of something that absorbs the shock a little.
Tell him that when he finally gets here, too. We'll see when...
Hey, my friends! What took you so long?
That's impossible.
The car actually survived, if you can call it that.
How on earth did you get here before us?
That engine you brought me is faster than I thought. So I came up with some completely new ideas.
Well, whatever. We should just buy some gear and start our climb up Kilimanjaro.
Hey, no worries. African villagers are totally nice people. I wouldn't be surprised if they were about to invite us to eat and dance with them.
No thanks. I don't want to buy insurance.
What makes you think we might be selling insurance?
No insurance? But I don't want any carpets either. Just to let you know it.
We're just travelers, so...
Yeah, right. And then I'll end up with yet another carpet. Or another insurance policy. It's always the same with you people.
Could it be that you just love to buy things?
No. Don't lead me into temptation again. I have important things to take care of. Things like contemplating my village. Goodbye.
Everything all right?
Apart from the wreck of my car, yes.
The village chief was eyeing it with suspicion. Perhaps he thinks it's a monster. Never mind. The fact that this is probably the only toilet in the village worries me, and no sign of a sewer system. What a pretty flower, but I wouldn't want to sniff it. I suppose living next to the community toilet must lower the property values.
This is about the size of the town where I grew up.
Yeah, I guess so. Carl loves quality. With these nails, you could nail the Queen Mary to Big Ben. The ship, I mean. Carl's a reliable hammer. Even I should be able to drive nails into all sorts of things with this. That's obvious, but what should I nail shut?
What this village really needs is a shopping mall. Have you found out where to get a decent cup of coffee here?
Those are your problems. The heroic deeds of Agent Montgomery and his inept servant Jackie, the bestseller of 1890. You'd like that. The monkeys probably recognize that I'm not a member of their troop.
Jumbo, my friend.
What do you have for sale?
Whatever you need. Mountain climbing equipment, traditional medicine, ceramic bowls, and original Tanzanian wooden giraffes.
Wooden giraffes? Wooden giraffes?
They are produced by kindly old Maasai grandmothers. It takes them weeks to produce just one.
No, they're not. They're carved by Chinese prisoners.
You offend me. You are distorting the image of our cultural and globalized fair trade.
I'm not distorting anything. I carved them myself. Hundreds! With these hands.
Fine. Then I assume you do not wish to purchase one.
Damn right.
But maybe you would like to carve me some for stock.
No.
As you wish.
I'd like to buy a bowl.
That will be 20 shillings.
What? 20 shillings for a bowl? It's worth 5 at the most.
Listen, we aren't in the Cairo Bazaar, and I have the local monopoly on ceramic bowls. So, 20 shillings.
I can't afford that.
If you say so.
We could use some mountain climbing equipment.
I have coats and equipment for climbing Kilimanjaro in my warehouse.
Will you sell me some?
Only once the tournament is over. I'm not leaving this spot, but I'm happy to sell you a couple of wooden giraffes.
I could go and get the coats from the warehouse.
I am sorry, but the warehouse is guarded, and the guard will only let warriors from the tribe in.
Then I'll come back later.
If you say so.
How about those wooden giraffes?
Yes?
I still can't stand them.
But they have such adorable button eyes.
And it takes 5 minutes per giraffe for the glue to dry.
Is that for each eye?
What sort of medicine do you have?
What do I have? Things work a bit differently here, my friend. The question is, what medicine do you need? Let me have a look at you. An obvious case. The fire of the rhinoceros.
What is that exactly?
Any good pharmacist can see at a glance that you are not an upright man.
No one's ever complained about my uprightness.
I don't just mean your equipment, I mean your whole life. You are flighty and fickle. In your condition, you should not climb Kilimanjaro or anything else.
I'm gonna have to disappoint you. Jack never has problems.
If you say so.
About that fire of the rhinoceros? Thanks.
If you say so.
Cheerio. Reminds me of preschool. I rocked the house back in the day. Miss Winterbottom and the kids went wild when I drummed. There's nothing out there but sand. I'd risk it with a car, but on foot? No, thank you. What's up there?
Shh, just listen.
My villagers, our financial situation is precarious. Unfortunately, the Afro Real Estate Bank used our substantial profits from carpet and insurance bonds to play the market. In the end, they gambled it all away. As you know, we now owe a big sum to the Jirani tribe. The ancient rules allow us to resolve the conflict through a tournament. If, at the end of the day, a fighter manages to win for our cause, then we get a fresh start. But if a fighter from the Jirani tribe should win, then we will be forced to abandon the common currency we once embraced with our neighbors.
Ah, Mr. Keane. What an unpleasant reunion. Terry?
Finally, say goodbye to the world.
On the contrary. Terry, put your hands where I can see them.
Looks like a classic standoff. And now?
My friends, I'm sure you wouldn't want to disregard our traditions.
What traditions? Just get out of my way, you interfering fool.
First of all, you are speaking to the chief of the proud village of Koamanyatan. Secondly, all disputes here may only be dealt with on the meeting grounds and with previous registration. And thirdly, if you do not wish to agree to these terms, my tribe of hunters and gatherers who own very, very many sharp spears might become quite incensed.
Careful, Jack.
Any more questions, gentlemen?
Umbati, the odds are not good. Work it out.
Terry, how many bullets do you have?
A couple, I think.
Against a village full of warriors. Poor odds. It isn't worth it. We shall find another way to negotiate with Mr. Keane. Terry, you guard the airship. I'll take a look around. Please maintain a respectful distance. Mr. Keane, I thought you heard what the village chief said. Please maintain a respectful distance, or you might find out that accidents happen when you least expect them.
Vizuri, mimea iko shwari, lakini mifugo inahitaji maji zaidi.
Mifugo inahitaji utunzaji bora, mjomba wangu anasema.
Halt! Who goes there? Ah, Jack. Get out of here, or I'll put a bullet in you. I don't care what the warriors think.
Remember what the village chief said about physical violence?
Do you see any witnesses here? I mean, the cliffs are high. One false step, it would be a terrible accident.
Yeah, I got you. Time to leave.
Jambo, stranger.
Have you ever seen an amulet like this?
No. We are selling all kinds of rubbish. I mean, authentic tribe jewel. But I have never seen anything like that. You could ask the people of the Kawasala tribe up on Kilimanjaro. Their symbols look very, very similar to me. But for one thing, they tend to be pretty hostile towards strangers. Also, they haven't been seen in 200 years.
Actually, all we want to do is climb that mountain.
Have fun with your climb then.
Can we simply go?
Sure. I take it that you've got appropriate snow gear. But of course, you must wait until we resolve our feud at the meeting grounds.
What, snow gear? In Africa?
If it wasn't necessary, we wouldn't do so much business selling it.
What's going on down there?
Unfortunately, we are greatly in debt to the neighboring tribe because our bank left us hanging. The creditor must forego his claim if his tribe is defeated in a duel.
I'd like to help solve the conflict in a diplomatic way.
Well, there is a way for you to ensure justice for our village.
With words?
No, with your hands, clenched into two determined fists. If you win, you will save our village. Plus, you win an original, authentic Koa Manyatan warrior mask, trademark.
Count me in.
But you're not wearing any war paint. Sorry, but you cannot compete without this. The creditor warriors would laugh their heads off. Jambo.
I want to take part in...
But you're not wearing any war... Sorry.
Jambo again, my friend.
About the tournament.
The village creditors want to impound us, but we are contesting the judgment in court.
And how does that work?
Very simple. Over there is the court, and you can see the dispute resolution for yourself. Whoever defeats all the other warriors wins.
What if someone's seriously injured?
Don't worry, we are insured.
What sort of tournament is it?
The village creditors want to impound us, but we are contesting the judgment in court.
And how does that work?
Very simple. Whoever defeats all the other warriors...
What if someone's...
Don't worry.
Cheerio.
Stop! You cannot enter the arena during a fight. If you want to join the fight, come to me and pay the fee.
Tuwe na amani na mafanikio kwenye maeneo yote ya dunia.
Hey! The water bucket is only for the leader of the tournament.
Sorry, my mistake. The well stands in the middle of the village and is the source of life. There's water in it, despite...
Hello, Jack.
Aren't boring cars the only things you can build? How about airships like Umbati?
Actually, the technology isn't all that complicated. But I must admit, they did a pretty impressive job on the engines. They involve a lot of expensive mechanics. This makes me curious.
There's a wrecked airship in the savannah, probably unguarded.
Wow! An Umbati airship close up. I wonder how they solved the weight problems.
We could drive there.
Great idea! I'm ready whenever you are! What is it, Jack?
I need to borrow your car. I'd like to have another drive round.
I have a bad feeling about this. But if you insist...
I'll be careful, promise.
Good luck.
Let's move along.
Well, those rotors are truly admirable. Ah, yes, red! It's the perfect color to make the wings more aerodynamic.
So, did you learn anything useful?
Yeah, the technology is primitive, but inspiring. Unfortunately, I cannot grasp it completely until I can study a functioning sample.
Now, let's find out what's inside. Ah, a bunch of letters. Looks like Terry once worked for Dr. T together with Professor Umbati. Ah, here it mentions experimenting with the intelligence of apes. Oh, wow. Besides the letters, the suitcase contains bundles of cash. Thanks, Professor. This'll come in handy. I must admit that Umbati has style, and bad habits. The stem of this pipe is incredibly heavy. The suitcase locks automatically when it's closed. Let's move along. The same fruit as is growing on the tree. Too high. Let's move along.
Jack, would you believe it? I've just had 2 marriage proposals.
I could enter the tournament, but I need war paint.
And?
Well, I thought women always carry lots of makeup, don't you?
Sure. And men never stare at my cleavage. How cliché can you get?
Fine, I'll find another way to paint myself.
Just to save you embarrassment, I know a Comox Indian war paint pattern that might help you.
Have you ever considered asking a pro?
All you can do is make him look like a hooker.
For war paint, Amanda is the better choice.
Good thing you're sometimes nice to me, or you'd be in trouble. Okay, hold still. Just a little bit here and some there. Perfect. One fearsome warrior.
Wow, thanks.
Jumbo again.
What do you have?
Whatever.
I'd like to buy...
That will be
Fine, I'll take it.
Have fun with it. Jumbo again.
What?
Whatever you...
About that fine...
Any good family.
this...
If you say so.
We could use...
I have
Will you sell me some?
only once the tournament is over.
Then I'll come back later.
If you say so.
How about those wooden giraffes?
Yes?
I still can't stand them.
But they are such adorable.
And...
Is that...
Cheerio. I don't want to grind that. A small African pan with attractive... I don't want to grind...
Halt! Oop! Ah, Jack. Or I'll put a bullet in...
You'll regret it.
Oh, and who's going to make that happen? Beat it before...
Some letters and personal notes belonging to Terry. Let's see. Letters from a certain Mr. Belby. Let's see. He writes about research in Dr. T's lab. Looks like they specifically bred apes with high intelligence and designed goggles for them. There were 2 test lines, gorillas and chimpanzees, and every single one of them bit Terry more than once. Yikes. Once Dr. T's research was shut down, all specimens were returned to the wild in Africa. Nothing special happened after that. Seems Terry lost his job, committed a few serious crimes for which he was going to be hanged, and Barty bought his freedom and hired him. The usual drama. Some letters and personal notes, but... Strictly speaking, it's none of my business, but... Some letters... he was subjected to several psychological tests.
Halt! Ah, or I'll put a bullet in... Do you see any wit? I mean...
Yeah. Some letters and... Strictly...
Jumbo,
I want to take part in the fight.
As a foreign participant in our court system, you must pay a...
If you insist.
Very good. Go and restore...
Greetings, Chief. I would like to register my fighter.
Good to hear. I see a lot of war paint on his body. If you pay the participation fee, you're in. I think so too. Alright, your fighter may enter the ring and challenge the master of the arena. Whoa!
Kwa hiyo binamu yangu, je, kila kitu kinaendelea vizuri nyanjani? Lo, ulishindwa? Aibu gani hii?
Hey, my good friend. Look at you. You should buy some medicine from me. Jumbo, my friend.
What do you have
Whatever you need.
about that?
Any.
No one's ever
Don't just. You are fly in your con.
I'm gonna have to disappoint.
If you say so.
Cheerio.
Jumbo again.
What
Whatever.
about? Thanks.
If you say. Jumbo again.
What do?
Whatever.
About that?
Any good.
No one's ever.
You are flighty in your condition.
You're pretty good at.
Be upright in your life. Then your equipment will also stand straight as an arrow. And the fire of the rhinoceros will make it possible.
Look, just stop talking about such private. How much did you say it was?
150 shillings. Once ingested, it will grant you the power of the rhinoceros in every respect.
Even when it comes to strength in battle?
Yes, that's what I've been talking about the whole time.
Have you sold it to any of the other fighters?
I only mixed it incorrectly once, and now no one trusts me anymore. Just one deviation from the recipe, and you will feel a very different fire within.
One fire of the rhinoceros, please.
Fine. Here. Oh, it's empty.
First you do an amazing sales pitch, and now this.
All right. I can still offer to sell you just a recipe. Then maybe another pharmacist can mix it for you.
How much for the recipe?
10 shillings. Just for you.
I'll take the recipe.
There you are. But you should really let a professional mix it for you. Because just one deviation from the recipe and you will feel a completely different fire within.
Yeah, okay. Don't worry. I'm not stupid enough to mix this junk myself. Good. Let's see. Prepared incorrectly, it will also show several effects, none of which would please you. Ingredients. Seeds of an overripe fig, bark of a certain tree, a few drawings are given, and leaves of a red-tip bush. Grind everything to a paste in a mortar. Side effects. None if prepared correctly. Here are a few more hints. Probably important. Open the fig and take the seeds. The figs must be overripe. Pick them up from the ground. The bark must come from one of the healthy trees. I only recognize one of the trees that are drawn here. Wait a minute. This one looks like the hollow tree, back where the car broke down. It also says, very important, the bark must be dry in order to avoid nasty side effects. The leaves are distinguished by their red tips. Looks like the fruit in the recipe. It fits. I've crushed them, but there are still ingredients missing.